My name is Richard Mbumba, and I'm the Senior Business Executive here at Angle Dimension.
Just tell us more about this campaign that you have just announced.
Well, we see the need that microfinance institutions and Saccos need to join the bandwagon of the digitalization process. The digitalization process where we automate their operations, especially towards the core banking sector. As you know, MFIs and Saccos are the champions of financial inclusion within the country. And we saw that we could contribute towards financial inclusion by removing the automation costs for our core banking system and our internet banking system that we have developed as a Malawian fintech company here right in Malawi.
What is it that you are talking about? What is this project?
Well, this project involves all the microfinance and SACCO institutions that want to digitize their banking operations. For most banks, if you go to a bank, you will find that there's a teller that is able to service you. They'll be able to check your bank account, they'll be able to check out your debits, your credits, etc., etc. In this situation, we want to bring that level of technology to the microfinance institutions, the Saccos, where members will be able to go to their Saccos and be able to access the different services and products that these microfinance and Saccos provide using a state-of-the-art software, which is Aspect Financial 360, built right here in Malawi.
Just tell us the importance of joining you, or I should say, of having this kind of software in different Saccos. The Saccos, how is it important and how is it helpful to these Saccos or MFIs?
All right. In this case, most times these Saccos have been running on manual processes or on systems that have not been able to assist them in terms of running their operations with excellence. Now, with our core banking system, which we call Aspect Financial 360, microfinance institutions and Saccos will have the ability to have a core banking system, but also an internet banking system on the onset. Additionally, as they go along, they will also have the ability to have WhatsApp banking, USSD banking, and a variety of other services that we're going to add onto this platform. What does this mean? This therefore means that these microfinance institutions, these Saccos, have extended their reach to areas or to people that could not have been able to be banked. You know, these days we are using USSD for banking. Nowadays we are using WhatsApp banking. So the core banking system provides a platform from which the microfinance and Saccos run their operations. Then we've got the internet banking that connects to this core banking system. Then we've got the WhatsApp banking that connects to this core banking system, and the USSD and other services that connect to this core banking system, which means all other members or different Saccos are able now to use a variety of services through these different channels, the WhatsApp, the USSD, and of course the internet banking, all connected to our core banking system, which is Aspect Financial 360.
Financial institutions use KYC policies to reduce business risk and comply with industry regulations. But current processes are fragmented, manual, and lack operational insight, making teams ineffective and customer experience a pain. Angle Dimension's Smart Identity makes conducting due diligence a frictionless experience for everyone. This eKYC solution uses artificial intelligence-powered automation to streamline, standardize, and secure the KYC process for greater customer satisfaction and quicker time to revenue. Gain a comprehensive view of your customer using Smart Identity, whether you're a bank aiming for seamless customer onboarding, a telco streamlining your process, a government agency ensuring secure registrations, or an insurance company enhancing customer trust. Smart Identity is your one-stop eKYC solution.
Today there's war. There's war between me and the boys. Remember, like in previous episodes, I always call the boys were here. These are the idiots, right? So there's war today. They promised me a cake, right? And this cake has been like 2 months in coming, right? 2 months. 2 months to be precise. In fact, I can say 2.5 months. Apparently. So wait. So apparently, we're supposed to start shooting at a particular time, our usual time. They called me early in the morning to change the time. You know, these guys, they have a reputation of always being early, of coming on time. And trust me, like, I've given them their accolades in terms of their time management. But today...
Blame the traffic.
I feel like I'm a casualty of war here.
Nah, you're not. You're all part of this. Like, you're all part of this. Because when you're calling me in the morning, who called me also? Who called me? On whose line? On whose phone?
It was actually association. It was me that called.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I was courteous enough to actually apologize over our delay and ask if we could, move the time a bit further than the normal time.
There was that proposal. I didn't get that proposal. We had to move it to another time. You just called me to show me that you're on the road and
no, early on in the morning though. Wasn't that the agreement?
You said let's meet at 3.
Yes.
And I had to move things so that we had to make it happen at 3.
Yes.
And then
we were equally tied up with equally important things.
I got it equally.
There's none higher.
And this
no
was,
ounce of
and
any that is that was not less.
We are sorry for the inconvenience.
No,
very much.
So apart from them not upholding to their agreement of bringing the cake, they
which
were also
could have
late.
been more late.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yes.
I wanted to ask a question, but I have a little bit of respect for you humans today.
You very much.
A little bit, but it doesn't mean that as we are proceeding with whatever.
You might lose it. I know.
I will.
We'll pray.
Trust on
We're a
us.
God-fearing nation. After all.
And I'm part of it?
Yes.
Of
So
the God
please-
fear?
Yes. Please forgive.
Which God also? Yeah.
I am not
Because in this conversation, because in this conversation, I feel like God is not taking part in this one. No one is coming to save you people.
Wow.
Anywho, let me just jump into today's topic. There's a topic today, actually. Thank heavens. For the past 2 months, we've been struggling with topics. For the past 2 months, we've been struggling with topics, but today we have a winner. Right? The one interesting thing about the boys, and I will remain calling them the boys. Exactly. Right? So, the one interesting thing about the boys, before they always come here for a shoot, for an episode, boys. Like, there's always proper discussions, like a 1 week long proper discussions, right? And they're always busy calling me in that 1 week. And if I can tell you this, though, this wasn't 1 week because this discussion started literally on the 1st, if not before. Yeah, on the 1st of August. This conversation started on the 1st of August. And I remember I had to tell Richard, I was like, can we come back to this conversation when we are close to shooting? Because I might lose a lot of things at this particular moment. So can we talk about like a week before? So that okay. But did he listen? No, that never happened. So you can just know how the boys prepare. So I do not know if I am well prepared for them because, Richard, I need you to show me Exhibit A.
Exhibit A?
Yes.
We have exhibits.
Yes, we have exhibits. You brought
wow.
books. You brought books. Show us your exhibits. Yeah. Like I said, it's war.
Okay.
You see, exhibit. People have been prepared. Yeah. Like so very prepared. So you forgive me. And also, I'm not well. You can hear from my voice. I'm not a little bit well, so it's gonna be a little bit cranky. But I feel like it's perfect because with my cracky voice and how pissed I am at them, it'll work. Topic. So the topic, apparently, the one that I'm not going to summarize it. I'm just going to put it the way that it was sent to me, right? So our today's topic apparently is championing financial inclusion. Should I also name those two little dots what they are called?
Please.
Okay. Yeah, you know what those two little dots are. Free MFI SACCO automation campaign with AF360. You know, there's like a lot of abbreviations like shh. Come on, guys. By now, sitting up positive.
How do you mean?
He knows what I mean.
Bringing you abbreviations and words?
Thank you.
It's we're inducting you, or
but we haven't learned till now. Because I feel like you're always waiting for this question. Like, whenever you give me abbreviations, and
maybe
like,
we enjoy it.
Oh, then go ahead and answer. What does MFI? I think SACCO we know. Yeah, SACCO we know. But then AF360. I don't know if a lot of people know what that is. It's all so MFI. What's MFI?
Microfinance institution.
Okay.
Yes.
Simple enough. And AF360?
Aspect Financial 360.
They studied. Yeah, because you can't. Guys, you can't. You're like in your archives every day in your brain. But this one with AF360.
But what if that's my day today?
It is?
It's my day today.
Because you are the business.
It's my day today.
The business guy.
I talk to these people every day.
Remember, he's a business guy, right? And he is the user interface, whatever guy.
Oh,
hey, yeah. Remember? Yeah. Those are the boys. Anyhow. So, there's a campaign. There's campaign in the topic.
Correct.
I hear. Anyway, before I go back to me being pissed, also, let me come back to me being happy a little bit for them, because I have to be nice also a little bit, because, you know, Podcastmalawi is in bed with Ango Dimension, so I'm obligated to be a little bit nice, right? So, a little bit of me on niceness. Congratulations. You have been in the newspapers, where else? On so many platforms, social media,
correct.
whatever.
Correct.
And I think they started on the 30th of July. You guys, you had like a whole press release and everything,
Correct.
So we've been seeing you making noise
Yeah.
on social media mostly, even in newspapers and TVs and everything. If these people are too bougie, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, yeah, back. Yeah, but congratulations on that.
Thank you, Gugu. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Adrian,
Thank you.
I saw your hand also in the newspaper. Yeah, I didn't see your face, but I saw your hand.
He was
I was
offering
like,
me a pen.
yeah, I did. I did
You
see
forgot
your
to
hand.
write something.
Yeah.
I am glad that you can recognize.
Yeah, I can, brother. Like, it was like, oh, hand. I was like, oh, it's a hand right there. Okay, that's good. All right, so can you tell us more about this? What all this buzz is all about, that you people are busy making noise on social media, newspapers and whatnot. I hear it's a campaign, but what is it all about?
Right. No. Once again, Gugu, thank you so much
For being nice?
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
for being nice.
Okay.
One of the few times you actually have, you know, and thank you so
it's
much.
Dying.
It's dying.
Yeah.
No.
And like I said, it was just
More life. to it.
just for a moment.
More life to it.
But we're always back. We're back.
So, yeah, you're correct. I was in the newspapers towards the month end of July, and I was championing what we are calling the free MFI SACCO automation campaign with our core banking system, ecosystem, Aspect Financial 360. Yeah, so we have this platform, this core banking system for from the last time we had our podcast. We said we have had it for over almost 5 years, thereabout, and we have a couple of institutions, especially Saccos, and then microfinance institutions that are already operating on the platform. But also we understood that in as much as we have made this software and this platform for the Saccos to and the microfinance institutions to come in, there was a gap in the sense that some of them did not have the financial capacity to onboard this platform for their operations. So management and the team decided to say, why don't we also champion financial inclusion through our platform, through our platform as AF360 ecosystem, and make it available to microfinance institutions and Saccos from the 1st of August to the 15th of December, thereabout.
On my birthday.
Oh, is it?
Or you decided to close on my birthday.
Is it?
I have 2 birthdays, people. I have 2 birthdays. So first is 15th and then 16th. So I have 2 birthdays. So yeah, on my birthday, on my first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it's going to end on your birthday.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. So the goal has been really to sensitize these microfinance institutions and Saccos that cannot initially meet the initial cost for automation, right? And say, okay, as an institution, we are waiving off this first automation costs. And then once we automate, we are also going to give you a 1-month free trial for you to assess if the system and the ecosystem is actually meeting all the needs that you have as a microfinance or as a Sacco.
Okay.
Sure.
Adrian, this
Yes.
is now more of your alley. So okay, basically AF360, that's the platform.
Yeah, it's a core banking system.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So my guy,
Yes.
you are the one like in the whole development, whatever in area, right?
Yes. So the team.
Yes. What is this platform all about? Because yes, you want to do financial inclusion with the Saccos and everything, but for our good ears and our little bit of humanity of being humans and not tech people, what is this platform all about?
So AF360 is a core banking system. So what we mean by a core banking system, it is a system that basically, to its core functions, it is able to register deposits. It is also able to register transactions, and it is also able to just register accounts for people and also accrue reports on the day-to-day dealings of the system. So basically, if we were to set up a simple branch, you would have a room and a banking teller, and then the teller would actually use the system to receive your deposit and also store it for record keeping. And then after that, if you want to withdraw, the system would also able to initiate that. And then like the normal way banking goes. So this platform that we have is generally what others have, but ours is more.
It doesn't God damn it. Lord have mercy on all of us. You see what he did there? He just went quiet, apparently to add a little bit of effect. Like expand, brother. What does that sentence mean? Expand.
All right. So
yes.
So let me put it this way. When we talk about our platform being more, it's basically on the financial inclusion side.
Okay.
When we talk about Malawi right now, Macro puts Malawi's digital penetration at 27.7%, right? And then if we actually accrue the numbers, we'll see that social media penetration is almost about 7%, right? And below. That's to tell you that nowadays you can only log in onto social media mobile applications using a smartphone. That means the smartphone penetration is also low. So what others have is a banking system that can actually integrate with digital systems, right? But not a banking system that can actually integrate with systems like USSD, because like we've said, if the digital penetration is 27.7% and the smartphones are around 7% below, it means that there's a gap of people who have phones that do not have the capabilities to use modern technology. But our system is able to accommodate such people to onboard into the platform and access their accounts, using methods like USSD. And maybe now you can, if you have a WhatsApp phone, even for those that have smartphones, you can also use WhatsApp to actually access the platform, check your balances, and also do transactions in one and the same.
Through WhatsApp?
Through WhatsApp.
Can you walk me through that one?
All right. So I don't know if you're there when there was this thing called Duda or something. Around 2014 thereabout. So
Leon,
yeah.
from Momo, we're not to do that. Okay. All right.
So it was this thing whereby you could actually just ask it, oh, good morning, what's the weather? And then it could actually show you, right? So now with the coming in of WhatsApp Business, we are able to leverage such technological platforms to integrate with our platform and actually be able to enable most of our users to actually engage with their account using WhatsApp. So you can inquire and send inquiries using the same. So you just say hello, and then it brings up a menu, and then you proceed as it guides you.
Beautiful.
Like I said, like others, but more.
Can you exchange?
Why?
He's too close to me.
No. It's,
Yeah.
it's intentional. I've made it a point.
I know, because you're running away from me. Not really. You are running away.
And it's working.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, you think as if the fire is not going to come to you? Brother. It's hot today.
Yeah, nah.
It's hot. Yo. Okay, no, that really sounds beautiful. So how many Saccos do we have actually in Malawi? Good laugh.
No.
Good laugh.
I'll let my friend
The
here,
business guy
the
to
business
handle it.
guy,
Yeah.
handle that one.
How many Saccos do we have?
We have over 50 registered Saccos.
The reason why I'm saying that
Yes.
is I'm struggling with two versions. There are those that are already automated, and then there are those that have not been automated. But in country, we have over 50 Saccos that are registered under Moscow. And then there are others that haven't been fully incorporated and registered under Moscow, but they're operating within their own institutions.
So that's what you meant by not automated?
Yeah, but those that are not automated are the ones that don't have a functional digital platform or functional digital system that runs their operations, right? So our focus really is pretty much on making sure that we automate all the Saccos. You understand? We automate them so that they are able to have access to different digital financial services. You see, the key to financial inclusion, and that's one of the strategies that's been added into the financial inclusion strategy, is that people in the country have equal access to digital financial services. So what we believe is, or also what the country, or rather the nation, believes is that once you make available digital financial services to people, you are also including them into them having access to finance. One of the key points in financial inclusion, or the starting point in financial inclusion, is that people need to have a transactional account. Okay, so the government says that for us to be able to achieve financial inclusion, people need to have a transactional account. Now, a transactional account is an account that allows people to be able to put money in and to be able to access that money, whenever they can access that money, but also use that same money within that account to make different kind of transactions, whether it be payment for utilities, whether it be payment for groceries, or payment for any other services that they're able to provide. So in the current setup with banking systems, or rather with the banks, people are able to open a bank account, right? And then they'll give you a card, right? What do you do with that card? You're able to pay your water bills. You are able to pay your groceries. You're able to make a variety of transactions with that. Now, the percentage of unbanked people in the country is extremely large. And a lot of people can find that information from the Ministry of Finance. There was a joint launch of the goodies you were seeing that I was showing you.
You have one of
which I still need to make mention.
Like you have. You can show us.
Yeah,
so that we, some of us
So this month we had the National Strategy for Financial Inclusion that was launched. It was a joint launch, and this was an effort by the Ministry of Finance, ELAD, and then the Reserve Bank and a few other stakeholders, right? So the joint launch was because these documentations are championing financial inclusion within the nation itself. And I'll make mention of them because that's where we are also coming in as Ango Dimension with AF360, right? Just to marry these two together to say we're not just doing this because of us being a business, but we're trying to run with the national agenda as well, because that's what we aim to do, to contribute to the nation as we move forward. So one of the first documents that I'll just make mention is the National Strategy for Financial Inclusion. It's a public document. It can be...
Wait, is that the one that has 93 pages?
Not 93 pages, come on, 60 pages roughly.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a public document, and it's very important that, moving forward, we as, the boys, like you said, and the younger generation, and also a generation that could bridge the gap, start looking at these things, and start paying attention to where we are going as a nation from a financial perspective. We also had the Financial Sector Development Strategy.
No, that's the 93 pages one.
This one is, roughly around 90-something pages.
You see? I read.
Yeah.
They sent them to me.
That's roughly around 90
I saw how long
pages.
the pages were, and I'm like, you want me to read all of these books just for me to ask you questions on a podcast? God damn it. God damn it.
And lastly, we had the FinScope Consumer Survey.
Okay.
And these documents really just pretty much focus on the nation, the people of Malawi. So the consumer survey is just focusing on how are the people in the country consuming different kind of services and products? What's affecting their consumption levels? What's affecting the money that is contributing to what they're consuming? You understand? So we have this survey in this report. And then you've got the Financial Sector Development Strategy now that speaks to say, how is the country planning on developing the financial sector, moving forward? But you cannot do that if you don't include financial inclusion. Then that's where the third document comes in, where the National Strategy for Financial Inclusion comes in. So where do we come in as an institution, right? As Anko mentioned, in the strategy, the National Financial Inclusion Strategy, it indicates that one of the pillars through which the government is looking towards achieving, financial strategy is the use of fintechs, financial technology companies. And Ango Dimension has been in the fintech industry for as long as its inception, and so we consider ourselves to be part of that conversation greatly, because a lot of our products speak towards a lot of things that happens with the financial sector, right? So when we saw that our contributions towards the financial sector are heavily recognized by the government, and we need to start also making sure that we start running with that agenda as well with them, and hence the coming in also with the free MFI SACCO automation campaign with our core banking system, Aspect Financial 360. So I hope these things are now making sense, why they're coming together to say, now this is not something that we just woke up to say, oh, it's a good idea that we can do it. No, it's something that's speaking towards the national agenda as well, and making sure that it's at the center of promoting the well-being of the regular Malawian.
But then why 5 months? It's 5 months, right?
Yes.
August to December, that's 5
August to December, yes.
Why 5 months?
Well, it's within the there are two reasons which I think could be of substance here. Number one, within that 5 months, we know for sure that we could have been able to onboard a specific number of MFIs and Saccos, and allow them to also experience the 1 month trial. So we know the amount of time that it takes for us to automate a Sacco, and we know the amount of time it takes for them to experience, how the system works. And then we know from then they're able to make a conscious decision. So, okay, I think after we have seen that the process of automation takes this long, we have also seen the trial and it's working perfectly, then we are able to finally jump into actually using the platform in full.
Okay.
Sure.
Going back to our previous topic, when you guys showed up and debuted your faces to our viewers, right? yeah, we're talking about effects of culture in technological society, whatnot, stuff like that. With the Saccos, right? Probably, I do believe they're also used to a certain type of how things run
Yes.
within their institutions and all of that,
Yes.
right? As you, as the guy that deals with this kind of things, that's why I'm asking about this whole 5 months thing. Like, how pretty sure are you that within the 50 plus Saccos that we have in Malawi,
Yes.
probably half of those Saccos are going to sign up on this platform? Putting in mind the cultural aspect
Yes.
of when a fintech company like yours introduces something new on the market, right? Something that they are not used to.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to convince them that this is actually good for your institution, if you can use this, it's actually going to, stuff like that. Like, within this 5 months, are you sure that you are going to be able to convince the 50 plus Saccos to be able to be using this platform?
Yes. It is a strong belief. I think an order is not the order is not to convince, but to show what they're missing out on.
Okay.
I think it is not our purview to actually go like, oh no, we have this, we have that. No, we know what we have. Yeah, we do. It's tested, it's tried, and it has succeeded with those that are on board with us. So we do not need to convince, but we need to show you, right? That's why we give a 1 month trial. And as for the culture element that you've actually stated, we have a documentation process that also goes into our software development, that each time we bring out an update, we also document on it. But for all those that are actually onboarding for the first time, we have both the documentation and also the training period, you see? So when we onboard a customer onto the system, it's not like we leave them, we train them, right? So after the training is done and after they have read the documentation, and the training does actually also have and include a period of practicals, whereby they can actually use the system practically and actually be certain and confident that, okay, no, when we're leaving, they actually know how to do what they want to do. Then we sign off that, okay, no, the training was actually quite good. And then we give them a month and then they trial run the system, to which we haven't had anybody drop off after they've seen what we can actually do.
Nobody has dropped off.
Nobody has dropped.
How many do we have at the moment?
We have 6 that are live.
Okay.
Yeah, no, roughly, let's see. Okay. We have, roughly 6.
Okay. All right. So since you guys launched the campaign, yeah?
Yes, please.
How many have come on board?
How many have come on board?
Yeah, like within this
Or
month.
coming on board.
Yeah. Like within, because you launched it on the 30th,
Yes.
right?
Of
July,
yeah,
right?
Yes, please.
So today is 26th. So within is it 26th or 27 days?
Yes.
Since the campaign was launched, how many?
We have roughly 5 that we are in discussions with, and I'll tell you why. So with the microfinance and Sacco movement, normally, annually, they have AGMs, they have board meetings, and etc. So when we launched it, it was also during the period when they were having some of these functions, these events, and so a lot of them are still in the process of finalizing what they normally do in within the financial years. But as it stands now, we have those that are coming in, and we hope and we believe that as we move forward, because we also are on the campaign of making people understand more of what this actually is, what the campaign is all about, and understand them how they can take advantage of the campaign. And we understand that the decisions that they need to make are not just decisions that just themselves or a CEO can just make on their own. They also need to consult their management. They also need to consult their tech teams, and then we are able to eventually then reach out to them, and then they make a decision to say, okay, you can come on board. But we have 4 that we are finalizing we're finalizing, rather 5 that we're trying to work on finalizing contracts with for moving forward.
Okay, so a good 27 days.
A good 27 days.
So
A very good
A
trend.
very good 27 days.
Because I'm obligated to be nice. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really, really great, guys.
It's good
You're
traction.
doing a very
really
good
is.
job.
It's good traction. Remember how last time we kept talking to say, and we were talking about culture, right?
Yes.
To say, and then also understand that there are 2 different sections within the same sector.
Yeah.
The microfinance institution, and then you've got the Saccos. A microfinance institution is slightly different from a Sacco.
Okay, break it down for us.
So a microfinance institution it's an institution that can do 2 things, right? Can either lend out money or can also do what we call deposit, or allow you to make deposits within that financial institution, right? But the key emphasis on them being a microfinance institution is for you to be able to go and say, I would want to get this amount of money. Okay. What are your interests, etc., etc. So they have different kind of products or with different level of interests for them to function as an MFI. So the licenses normally are in 2-fold. One that is just, lending money, and one that also does deposit taking, which is different from a Sacco, So a Sacco will allow you as an individual, to deposit, to have an account, a proper functioning transactional account.
Okay.
And allow you also to have, let's say, fixed deposits. All right. And then before you are actually a member of the Sacco, you are supposed to buy shares within that Sacco. You see the difference there. One, you are able to just go and make a transaction with them to say, I want this amount of money. And then they'll say, okay, this is the collateral that we're expecting from you. And then when you make that transaction, that's fine. You're not supposed to buy shares within that institution, right? With a Sacco, you are supposed to buy shares within that institution. Okay. The main goal of a Sacco is pretty much to allow you to save, to be able to save, but also to give you access to equity and money that can allow you to do certain projects or certain things that you want to do at very reasonable interest rates.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
My brain is ticking on that, especially on the Saccos, right?
Yes.
Most of the Saccos that I know are the ones that mostly they only allow the working class kind of people. Hey, do not.
I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. But
the ones.
But
that
I get
know.
where you're coming from. I get where you're
Thank
coming
you.
from. Yeah.
So I need you to make people, not like me, but a lot of people out there, to understand. Could he, this Saccos, are they open to everyone, to every Jim and Jack?
I'll qualify the answer yes.
Okay.
Allow me to qualify the answer. Now, I know, let me also address what you're saying to say most of the Saccos only attend to the working class. Understandably so, because they need to have a certain source of income that comes in for you to sustain, okay? Either your contributions towards the shares, both non-redeemable and redeemable shares, and then the contributions towards, let's say, for example, the loans that you have taken, right? So when you go to an MFI, there's what they call collateral. What allows them to say, okay, if we don't recuperate back this money, we're going to use this or whatever this person has given us to recuperate that money. With a Sacco, they need to know to say, okay, fine, our member is going to join in our Sacco, right? How are we going to be deducting contributions towards their savings account? How are we going to be deducting contributions towards their shares? How are we going to be deducting money or collecting contributions towards, the loans, servicing the loans that they have collected? It makes much more sense if you are as a person who's employed, go to a Sacco, because then there's a stable source of income, right? But the key isn't just the employment. The key is, where is the source of income? You understand where that comes in now. So you can be a business person who has a stable source of income, right? With a bank account, okay? And for them to be able to be assured that you are going to be able to contribute back to whatever that you have borrowed from them, you can put on a standing order. right? You say, okay, no, as a person, I want to join your Sacco. So for me, I'll be making my contributions on this particular date. And then you initiate a standing order, and then the bank always transfers the money to the Sacco. So you're servicing either your loan or your contributions towards the Sacco on a monthly basis. You understand? But you can also join as a group, working on a particular, as a cooperative. Let's say a cooperative that does maybe milk production, or cooperative that's farming somewhere. You can register as a group, and then you have access to those funds as members of that particular group. Yeah, that also is a way in which you can be able to access being a member of a Sacco. So it's not just for the elite, those that have jobs, no, but it should have a stable source of income that allows you to be able to make your contributions towards that Sacco, because it's something that you co-own as Sacco members. So the Sacco belongs to Sacco members. It doesn't belong to the management, it doesn't belong to the board. It belongs to the members. As long as you're a member of a Sacco, you have a voice within that particular Sacco. Yeah. So it's all those three avenues that you can be able to have access to a Sacco. As long as you have got an income that they can allow you to make your contributions, especially even when you're dealing with the loans, then there is an ability for you to be able to join a Sacco.
Okay. What's the percentage rate of people that use USSD phones in Malawi?
So I'm the one to be asked about the percentage.
Yes.
All right. No.
He's a business guy. He's making money. You deal
half
with people.
Half of the Malawian population use USSD.
Yeah.
Yes.
Half.
The USSD. Yeah. Half of Malawian population.
How much are we right now?
I think we're just above 20 million.
So quite roughly like about 10 to 12 million.
Yes. Right
of
about
people are using USSD phones.
Oh yes.
Right.
Yes.
Within that population of the 10, because now I'm going into this whole financial inclusion thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm also going back to your first answer.
All right.
About, people with smartphones, but our platform is able to cater to people that have USSD phones and stuff like that, right? Yes. Okay. With his answer of Saccos, like how also their inclusion in their Saccos, as in they want people that actually have like a stable income.
Yes.
Right? Now going back to the USSD phone users.
Yes.
How many people also do have a stable income?
Okay. So I think the question is good. Thank you. But allow me to expand it to answer it. I
can always trust you.
All right.
On this one. On this level, yeah.
Allow me to expand the
And he always goes like, allow me. If you can go back to our first episode with him, he always goes like, it's a very good question, but allow me. Yeah. That's how it is. Let's do it.
People don't like long answers, so you always have to ask for the permission first. So, okay. If we look at the greatest civilizations to ever be conceived on the planet Earth, they have all only survived by one class of people, which is the working class. Okay. But now, it might seem as if the working class is just the people who actually go to the office, but no. The typical farmer in the village of Malawi is also a working class individual. So if you look at maybe societies like America, you have, this is a white collar worker, this is a blue collar worker. We have that here, but then our culture hasn't named them. So we just think that a working class person is a person inside the office. But then just like America being the greatest civilization to also walk this planet, it also relies on small to medium income businesses, right? That fuel the GDP. So now, the thought of inclusion is, how do we get that small business to be able to contribute to the GDP, right? If you're a drop of a tear in the ocean, you won't make an impact, right? But if you're a lake being poured into an ocean, then maybe we might feel a wave. Right? So the idea is, what if we collectively get people to form societies, right? Or cooperatives. And then those cooperatives keep money together for a shared goal And then after they keep that money to a certain point, they can actually now start developing some other things that will not only benefit them, but communities. So that's where now we can actually see Saccos that have actually contributed within themselves so much money that they're able to now raise infrastructures that are actually beautifying the skylines of Lilongwe. So now to go back on your question, right? It doesn't matter the amount that one actually contributes. It matters at which what the society or the cooperative, right, has agreed to save, right? Because what 500 kwacha might do in one Sacco, 20 kwacha can do in another. You know, but it is all about the shared goal that these cooperatives have to save and then move forth to actually achieve the goals that they've set.
Okay.
Yes.
Another question.
Shoot.
Probably for you, because he's talking too much also. Yeah. So
Okay.
probably.
I really feel like I'm a casualty of war here, guys.
You're not.
Eh? You really
So which is which? I am. I'm not.
You really are.
You're all part.
I'm all parts. Eh?
You're all part.
Fine,
You're
okay.
all sharing.
I'll shut up now.
You're not gonna shut up because by now we know who you are. You like to talk. So anyhow. Nancy, you made me forget the question.
That was the whole point.
You see a lie?
I think I'm safe.
You're not. I'm back, baby. I'm back.
Wow.
Yep. Right. Okay.
Yes.
So we're talking about this platform, the AF360,
Yes.
right? And how it's so beautiful. It's it's top of the, right? You have created this platform probably specifically for the Saccos
And the microfinance institutions.
and the micro.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Can banks use it?
So our system is not limited to one.
But you're only focusing on the microfinances and the Saccos.
Well, the focus is there because that is the market that we can actually penetrate faster.
Okay.
But we're not limited.
So
But
on the business level, you thought like we have, how many banks do we have?
7 now?
Just.
Yes.
should be roughly.
Roughly 7.
Niggas, I see what you did right there. Saccos and microfinances is 50 plus, brother. 50 plus. Banks, 7. Like, we create this whole platform just for 7 institutions.
We do not discriminate. I just want to put it out there.
Okay, apparently there's no discrimination. 7 banks, we can join. Yeah, I mean, in 27 days, you managed to get about like 6.
Those,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, so
We are in discussions, yes.
yeah, which is like probably the number of banks that we have in Malawi. So if
Oh,
it
this
was
is where it's going.
yeah. So if this level was for the banks, it means you're just going to be open like for 2 months,
Wow.
not 5.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm back to the guys.
I'm unaware of this.
I saw it
Once again.
I saw it coming from the mind.
What?
Casualty.
Wow, 2 months. You would have been done with all the
Civilian.
banks.
Civilian.
So the thing is, if you can open the flow, it means you're done with banks within like a day. Pah! You're good, right? Open it. Open the flow.
Well, you okay. I think let me get that.
Yeah,
the
please.
banks are already doing
Oh,
well.
no, you're helping.
Right?
You're
in a way,
helping.
the
Yeah.
banks are already doing well.
Okay.
Right? Sometimes it's hard because of the bureaucracy that is there.
Okay.
Right? But what if we take cooperatives like the Saccos and MFIs, right, in their infancy, to actually onboard them on a digital platform that can actually cater to their needs,
Yes.
as opposed to a banking institution that would primarily require a lot, right? Not that we cannot do it, we would. And the system is capable to cater for that, right? But as of now, the campaign is not for the banks, it's for the Saccos, because the gap for the Saccos is quite wider than the banks. Yes.
Okay. No, I hear you. It's not like I'm shooting
And also,
shooting at you people. No, I'm not.
to add on to that,
Yes.
you know, when it comes to financial inclusion, right? And mind you, as a fintech institution,
Yes.
as a fintech company, when you look at our core products, one of the things you will notice, especially on the finance side, they champion financial inclusion. And it's done purposely.
Okay.
Yeah. We believe that within that niche market in itself is where we can give the biggest value.
Okay.
In our skill set, you understand? And also is when we can make the biggest impact. You know? The government already understands that the banks, you know, and other financial institutions that are big already are doing quite very well. You know? And then there needs to be some people that are going to help. Okay? And push and bring value. Whether it be technology wise or access to funds, because even the government themselves and Ministry of Finance have got funds to which these microfinance institutions, Saccos, are able to access for different projects. You know, if they want to automate, if they want to do a variety of things that they themselves would want to attend to. You know, so with us as a fintech institution and deciding to champion financial inclusion, it's not just something that we just woke up and say, oh, here we are. You know, it's a niche market which we believe we can bring the biggest value, and a market in which we believe we can bring also the biggest change and the biggest impact. You know, that's something I really just wanted to bring into the picture on the discussion. We say it's something that we are certain that we are going to bring significant impact.
Oh no, your levels of confidence are like off the charts. They're like 150%.
They have to.
I have seen that.
They have
yeah,
to be.
Like you are all on the same frequency in terms of confidence.
And in addition to that,
in addition to the confidence,
on top of that, there are services that we offer also to the pure banking sector. Yes, they have been able to leverage our skill set and our technology and our systems to champion whatever things that they want to do within the particular organizations.
And for example, one of them is the digital IDs, which translates to KYC. So we've been able to actually incorporate our systems and our skill sets into providing digital KYCs for digital IDs for certain banks to leverage.
I remember this conversation.
Yeah.
This is where Momo started. It did.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
But apparently this whole Momo language is only at AD. Because we did our own deep dive.
Is it?
Malawi does not use Momo. Leon, you want to chip in on this one? Because you're the one that came back to me on this. He did his own research.
No, we don't.
Hey, we do not use Momo in Malawi.
So why are you looking at me?
Because you people are the one that brought about Momo.
But Momo was actually there.
It's not a Malawian language. Brother, what is our language here?
MO, which is National Bank, Romania and Mbumba.
Basi.
3.
Ino zona. May know that say. Uni Momo. Iweo Jabino. Let me say. Adria. Have you ever used that language on any of your peers before?
Yes.
Have
Guilty
you?
as charged.
Because it's you. Because it's you.
Oh, so now it has changed.
Yeah, because it's you two. AD people are just people.
You know, out of this world, I'm saying.
We are
Not out of this world.
We're amazing.
Yeah.
We're amazing people.
Ah.
Rockstars.
Wonderful.
Rockstars.
Yeah, but no, I do remember this conversation about the KYCs and about the bags and all that. So I do understand where you're coming from. I mean, you have created different products for different sectors,
Yes,
right? So the banks have their own platforms.
Yes.
Now you have created a platform that is specifically not limited, but for the microfinances and the Saccos. See, I'm following you, people. It's just that
Sure,
today
sure.
I'm a little bit spicy.
We don't doubt
I am
that.
a little bit spicy today. Like I said, they're all me. Their lives, even. All I'm saying. So, okay.
Yes.
Aside, I know we've talked about microfinances, we've talked about the Saccos, the campaign. The campaign seems to be, it sounds very beautiful and wonderful, and I really wish you guys all the best, and I hope
Thank you.
we
Thank you
register
very much.
all these 50 plus microfinance and Saccos on this platform.
To clarify on that, some of them are automated.
Yeah, you did mention
Okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah, we
So
know.
We don't want to put the narrative. that
No,
almost all of them are.
No.
We needed to clarify.
Some of them they have
automated.
been there before the campaign.
But emphasis on some. Eh?
Yes, some are already on the platform
Some
before
are-
the campaign started. So now that the campaign has started, they have things are moving. People are coming on board on the platform. The thing is, what I wanted to say, Jesus Christ, you like to do this to me. Anyway, my brain is back. Right. So, hey, Adrian, my brother, you and your whole financial inclusion mumbo jumbo. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm back to the SSD because this conversation, this battle, you started it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like last time,
finish.
do you remember? Do you remember what we did last time? Like we almost created a whole application.
Okay.
For the SSD. Yeah, if you can remember what we did.
Yes, no, I remember.
So we can know, you and me will always have this kind of conversation.
Yes.
Right? We're 10 million.
Okay.
Malawi, financial inclusion.
Yes.
Probably a lot of people that also do not like to keep their money, whether banks or microfinances or the Saccos, culture. Back to that conversation, right?
Yes.
What can we do to actually ensure that a lot of those users, they are able to use what do you call that, fintechs? What is that? They're though, I don't know what you call these things. These platforms where
it's easy. It's already being done actually.
There is?
Yeah, it already is being done.
What's happening?
I mean, if you have a phone, you at one point have checked airtime. Right?
Okay.
So if you don't have maybe the new modern apps or anything, you do star, either if it's TNM or Airtel star 121 or whatever, and then hash, and then you are able to actually see. So even the typical villager has the understanding that if I do star 211 or star something, some result will come, right? So when you have a cooperative that is on our platform, you have access to more incentives like those that you can actually provide your customers to be able to manage themselves. Because now think about this. In the case whereby you do not have a customer who does not have any way of checking their balance or their contributions or their share value, if you're a Sacco, on their phone, it means that every single time they have to go into your banking holes to actually inquire about that information. But now, if we leverage a system that can actually now enable your customers, right, or your cooperative members to actually be able to see the contributions for that month, or maybe check a mini statement, or maybe interact and inquire about other things, or even make and go as far as transactions. Because like my partner said here, he said that AF360 is the core banking system, but we have an ecosystem, and the ecosystem involves internet banking, involves WhatsApp banking, involves USSD banking, right? And later on, which will be soon, will also involve a mobile application. So we're not just starting from the top, we're starting from the bottom up, because we believe that if you have a better way for your customers to actually access information, then you have a better way of running your business.
Okay. You seem like you have something to add.
Yeah, no, I mean, what I want to add on is, my focus here is just to also continuously back this up with what the government in itself is asking. Different fintechs or even different hands that are supposed to contribute towards financial inclusion. So in this case, for example, the government states that financial inclusion is the ability for individuals or businesses to be able to have access to finance and financial services. You understand? And the main goal is them having access to finance and financial services is for them to be able to contribute either to economic growth and sustainable development, and also their livelihood themselves, their well-being and their livelihood, right? So when we now are building on top of the AF360 to say, okay, how do we allow Gugu to have access to that transactional account I was talking about? What are the avenues through which we're giving Gugu the access to that transactional account? We're saying, okay, Gugu can have access to this transactional account via her WhatsApp. Gugu can have access to the transactional account via her USSD on her phone. But also Gugu can have access to that transactional account via the internet for internet banking. You understand? And each one of those speak to a different sector within the country in itself. For most people, you would say internet banking is for people that have got access to a laptop and they would access the internet, whatever. That's all right. And then you would say, okay, for those people that have got feature phones, then they're the ones that are able to do, USSD, and they can be able to access that transaction account in whatever form that they need to access it. You get? So this ecosystem and the national agenda are flowing together. Yeah. And we are saying that the essence of all this is to make sure that financial inclusion is attained within the space which the government wants it attained, especially outlined in the National Financial Inclusion Strategy, which is the third one.
Yeah, so imagine a farmer who has farmed his tobacco leaves.
Oh, yeah. You have been talking so much with Bram.
Me?
Yeah.
Is it?
You have brought a Bram effect here.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine a farmer.
Imagine a farmer who's actually farmed leaves of tobacco, right? But he doesn't have transport to actually carry all the bales and tons of leaves to come, right? But he's in a SACCO, right? Or maybe he's in a cooperative, or maybe he has access to an MFI, a microfinancial institution, but it's far, right? And the process is far. But imagine that farmer being able to just go on the phone, right? And being able to request for a loan that can be approved within minutes or an hour, right? And then upon approval, having the access to the finance to enable him to take his products from the farm to the market within a day, right? And be able to actually sell it. So imagine the actual power that has been actually enabled through that financial inclusion, that a farmer can actually be typically in the comfort of his own home or the comfort of his farm, right? But be able to actually request for a loan or make a transaction through his SACCO account, right? And send it to any other bank account there. It means that the financial agenda that the government has actually set is actually being implemented, because not only will his products actually be a betterment, the selling of his product be a betterment of his livelihood, but it will also be a contribution to the GDP of the country.
Okay. No, you're waiting for me?
Sustainable development, guys.
Okay.
That's where we are going at.
Okay.
We have got the SDGs that the UN set out. And the biggest thing that we can do as a nation is to make sure that we attain those SDGs.
Okay.
And one of the ways is to champion financial inclusion.
Right.
Because when you have championed financial inclusion, it means you have empowered people to have access to health. It means you have empowered people to have access to food. It means you have empowered people to have access to a good education. You understand? So the bedrock in itself is giving people access to finance and financial services. And one of the things, in addition to what it's saying, is what the government is also trying to champion is digital financial services. We are moving in an era where you have to have digital financial services.
Yeah.
That's why you are seeing a lot of banks bringing out different products, different services, but most of them whether you use the internet, you use your SSD, you use internet banking to be able to access your transactional account or different type of services that are within that particular sphere. Within the banking sector, those things, they have been established. But we're talking about MFIs, Saccos. There is a thing that the government is talking about now. They're calling it poor-centered microfinance institutions.
Yes.
Institutions that are really just focusing on, okay, those that are poor, what are we doing to them? What are we doing to elevate that level of financial well-being? Because that also comes into now the consumer survey report.
Yes.
How are people spending money? What are they spending on? How are they surviving? Because that's what we need to be looking at as a nation, to say, how are people making that money? How are they surviving? Because if we know for sure that our citizen is okay, has got the amount of money that they need to survive, then we know they'll contribute quite very well towards the economy of the country and towards achieving the other sustainable goals within the country itself. Yeah. So that's where we are definitely trying to focus on as a fintech, to say, okay, this sphere, we are going to make that impact. We're going to make that change we know the value that we have and we can bring to that change. And hence, once again, I come back to the campaign. Hence, us pushing the campaign forward. That we need these microfinance institutions to have the opportunity to automate. Because once they automate, that farmer he's talking about will not worry about, I need to travel 10, 15 kilometers just to access money. Equally, just do a transaction. The money comes to them and they're able to make sure that they have got the transport that it takes them to the auction floors for them to sell that tobacco.
Which also backing on his point
see
of
what I'm
financial
saying?
inclusion.
I haven't asked a question like in
Yes.
about 10 or 15 minutes. So yeah, let's go.
Okay, so now,
I like this.
So on the SDGs, right, the Sustainable Development Goals, as financial inclusion is part of it, you can see that government efforts have gone as far as to social cash transfers, which is one of the ways that can actually uplift the villages, right? So you have social cash transfers through the Ntugulaba Komo program that is actually being run. But then now the question lies in, okay, if I really do want to keep money, am I safe in the village keeping the amount of money that people are keeping? If you see? So such cooperatives too will enable them, if they would actually open branches in typical village settings, the system would also be able to actually incorporate them in such an element. So now we're talking about literacy levels not just being on 60%, you know. We're talking about uplifting literacy levels and financial inclusion knowledge in the same manner. So yeah, I think it can support not only the pre-existing programs that the government is already doing, but any future endeavors that can actually come.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're done.
Now you can ask.
Now you can ask your question.
Oh, is it?
Sure.
No, I don't know.
Then we'll back ourselves again.
We are.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna give you that chance anymore. No, am I? Yeah. And I would.
Why do you feel offended? You felt left out. You felt left out?
We're sorry.
We apologize.
We're sorry.
Okay.
But yet again, we don't.
Because I know.
Yes.
I know you're not.
Sure.
That apology is like trash. Yeah, but you know we are the ones in the wrong.
How we know?
You're not?
When we're exchanging views? Or?
No, not about that. I'm saying
okay.
generally.
Oh.
As in your sins.
They're amounting to many.
Many now.
They're accumulating.
They are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Accruing.
So it's not just cake now. I have a whole list of things. Demands now. But yeah.
Bempambuya Druses wonders that Mukumba in Ages of Banja.
Kuli belu mhomongo funkura wunu.
Let's not start that.
All right.
Let's not start. The roads are just being built now. Let's not start that, you know?
Like I say, today I am nice. I'm being nice, right? So I'm not going to ask them about challenges or da-da-da. No, today, you know, they're here for the campaign. So I have to be as nice as possible. And yeah, I have a little bit of Jesus in me today. So
Amen.
Yeah, but also looking at my time, I feel like the whole little banter that they had here, that's enough, right? I mean, guys, I have pleaded through this session with these, you know, enemies of mine today. Anywho, but guys, really, you have any last word for the campaign? I mean, talk to the Saccos. I mean, there are so many people that are listening out there. You never know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, I mean, for me and from the business side of the organization, rather, we truly believe that this campaign has the capacity to change, you know, and transform the way MFIs and Saccos that are not automated or having issues with whatever automated systems that they have, to be able to provide a good customer experience to their members. Beyond it being a good customer experience, but also this will allow them to reach out to many people. You understand? Many people, those that mostly the government calls unbanked, you know, those that we really need to bring into the discussions to encourage them to have that transactional account I was talking about, an account that allows them to do a variety of transactions. But also, it allows the MFIs and the Saccos to join the digital financing the digital finance service era. Right now, we are into the digital financial services era, and the government is really championing this as well and providing a variety of incentives to make sure that all these microfinance institutions and Saccos are a part of that discussion. You understand? So my last words are, if you're a microfinance institution, if you are a Sacco, you can always reach out to us. We are publicly available on all social media platforms. We're available on our website, and we want to encourage you to please reach out to us, and we'll continuously reach out to you as well, as long as you're a microfinance or a Sacco, to just show you and allow you to experience what our core banking ecosystem can do for your Sacco. We believe in our product. We believe in what it can do and what it will do, and in your Sacco, in your microfinance, and what it will definitely do for the native Malawian that is out there that really, really needs to have access to finance, and so that we make them a part of this whole financial inclusion discussion.
Beautiful.
Sure.
You?
Well, last words. Take a risk, because I know that most of them will actually think of us as being a risk, but no, take a risk. View something more than what is already there. We are more concerned about what the impact is as opposed to what we will benefit from it. We live in a country that is called a third world. I think we need to change that narrative, and the narrative can only be empowering the people that need to be empowered.
Correct.
And we will enable to do that. We will enable all these institutions to do that.
Beautiful.
Yes.
They had words. They had good words, Apart from being a nemesis, at least they have brains, so they can speak with emphasis and confidence. They have confidence, and we love that. AD always knows how to bring its A game on point. By the way, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. So since we got in bed with Ango Dimension, right, we started having exchange programs, right? So remember that time when we participated in the BMORS? Yeah, we had our first exchange program from AD. We had a member from AD who was our intern for the day, right? So yeah, Mr. Richard interned that day.
For the day.
For podcast. And we also had the privilege of going to their office. By the way, people, you're going to see. We have like a whole beautiful footage about the boys. Also, we first, the boys. You see the boys in that footage.
Wait, you have that footage?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
You have that footage?
Yeah. But we went.
That footage.
It's
that footage.
Yeah. So we went. It was like Hezekiah and the Assyrians. When the Assyrians came to Israel, and then Hezekiah was like, "Let me show you my gold and my everything." That was the kind of situation we had. That kind of situation. But we're about to have another exchange program where one of our members from Podcastmalawi is going to intern there. I don't know. Maybe you will be Leon, because these people are tech people.
Actually,
that would be a good thing, yeah?
Yes.
I get you.
I'm giving you ideas right here.
No.
Yeah.
We look forward to having you.
Yeah, we
picked him. You couldn't pick me.
But you picked him.
I just gave an example.
So you wanted to be picked by
We
giving
could
a
come
different...
together.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
No, you're welcome. Both
Yeah, right. I mean, I want to learn about how to be a business person or that guy.
UI UX.
Or that guy.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
That guy.
Yes.
Right? But anyway, it's always beautiful. It's always beautiful banter between us. It's like husband and wife. We have to fight at times, right? It's beautiful. I love it. Yeah. But anyway, the boys, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Having you. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. We love you, people. Keep watching this segment, Tech, as always. And to all the Saccos, join. This platform seems to be a very, very good game changer. And it could put us, as Adrian has said, number one on the world map. not number 3 from the bottom, but number 1 probably. So let's do this. Let's change Malawi, and it starts with us. Till next time, it's been me, Gugu. Cheers.